If you can't make it, please follow our Facebook page, Love Poetry and Song, and follow us on Instagram.
Spearheaded by our HIV Education Committee, Love, Poetry and Song was first staged in 2012, February 2012 to be precise, and it is part of the Government Information Service's effort to create awareness about HIV and AIDS through edutainment, while raising funds to assist the HIV Food Bank in providing meals and personal care items for those who are unable to do so for themselves.
Funds, food, and toiletries from the Love, Poetry, and Song event has helped to supply the needs of persons living with HIV who accesses our food bank on a daily basis. The HIV Food Bank was born out of an initiative to provide food and hope during a time that might have been hopeless for those infected with HIV.
I'd like to thank the Barbados Government Information Service for their vision and commitment to hosting this annual charity event. The HIV Food Bank continues to benefit from the donations collected, and the wider government program for the prevention and control of STIs also reaps the benefits from the effective messaging and social marketing generated through Love, Poetry, and Song.
Within the first 3 weeks of becoming infected, we have a 1 in 25 to a 1 in 1,000 chance of transmitting the virus to someone else.
Coming up to the show Love, Poetry and Song, we do one workshop specifically geared toward the artists, because we believe it's important for the artists to understand what it is that they're singing about, because when they hit the stage, we consider them as ambassadors, not just on the night of the show, but beyond. And we want them to be able to spread the message, to be able to say, if somebody asks them, you know, what is HIV, or to understand what it is, that they can spread the message. So we find it's particularly important to have these workshops. And also in terms of when they get on the stage, we want to make sure that they're armed with the knowledge to provide, to have material, so that when they sing, when they perform, when they write their pieces, they know what it is that they speak of. Over the years that we've been having these workshops, we have had such heartwarming response from the artists. We've had artists who would have actually said that the workshops changed their lives. We've had a couple who've decided, you know what, they want to get tested, they want to get tested together. So it's like not just that they're going out there and saying, hey, but this has changed my life, but we've actually seen the transformation.
I'm here at this workshop to be educated about messaging in terms of HIV/AIDS awareness in my work. I've been coming to these for every single year that I've done it, which is quite a bit, I think around 6, I believe. And it's very informative because you learn tidbits about STIs and about HIV that you're able to include in your work. You're able to understand it. And in terms of the messaging, you're able to understand how important it is to pass on positive messaging inside of your poetry, for me, and in terms of the songwriters, in terms of their songs.
Another issue for men is some of them have difficulty admitting lack of knowledge. So, you know, they have to pretend that they know everything about HIV, and they don't want to ask questions. You go to somewhere, you talk, you know, I talk to a lot of men, I try to talk to them about HIV, and they'll wait until afterwards, maybe, and ask a question.
I wish that it wasn't just that these kind of workshops were something that was more prevalent, but I know everybody isn't interested in coming to stuff like this. They don't have the time, they don't have the availability, and that's why art is important. Art does more for society than simply just stand there and be stagnant. That's why us as artists coming to this workshop before a show like this is so vital, because we didn't understand art, but we have to be more mindful of how we send messages and how we pass those things on.
I would say it was very informative, and I see it as important for me as an entertainer to do stuff like this so it can sensitize myself towards some of the issues that we have in our community, especially today. And given my position in the community, I think is my job to know these things, so I then can put this in my music and have my music reach the masses and the messages as it pertains to HIV, AIDS, STIs, whatever the case may be. So I think they've done a great job today. I learned a lot today.
Get it here, and if you don't get it here, it's not here. Right? But
So why is there not a general cure for this if you understand how it works and how it attacks the body?
because the virus mutates and changes so quickly. So by the time you think that you've got something working or whatever, the virus has moved and changed and gone and is doing something. Herpes 1 and herpes 2 is a herpes sword. Seen a thing on Facebook where a little baby got kissed by somebody and the baby actually died.
I honestly didn't know the origin of the virus when she was speaking about coming from the monkeys and the different strains of HIV1 or 2. As after being in this show for the last upkeep thing, as you want to say, I didn't know.
I didn't know that there are actually two main strains of HIV. So that was pretty interesting, and that the HIV can change form so rapidly to the point that each person's strain is actually distinctly different.
I think the biggest thing for me was the chlamydia. That thing shocked me big in terms of if you want to go and conceive and stuff like that, you are not going to have any knowledge of any symptoms if none don't show up and what it does to your body as a woman.
Everything's still up.
You know, there's a problem in terms of STIs and HIV in Barbados because a lot of people don't use condoms. I also know that we have a problem in terms of how men use protection and how men seek help.
How serious the syphilis is in Barbados, that's what stood out. So yeah, I think this time we really need to get the word out a lot more aggressively.
Because I will continue to be abstinent until I decide to get married and be going under every test that got under the book.
As show night drew near, some of the artists and producers spread the word on various local stations and popular online shows.
104.1 FM, where FM means your favorite music.
The artists made sure that they were ready. And after fine-tuning at rehearsals, the next stop was show night of the 7th annual Love Poetry and Song.
Who is it? It's the plumber. I've come to fix the sink.
Here are some of the highlights of Love Poetry and Song 2018.
You've given me your loving kindness, your tender mercy. It's my desire to praise you and tell you how much I love you.
Safe sex is sexy, so be sexy by being safe. Safe?
She was about 5'10", 105 pounds, dark skin, slim. Woo! I was already sold. I strode closer. On my way over, the DJ changed his sound. And I hear Mr. Vegas broke it down. And I see a sweaty man swarm the dance floor from all around. And I'm thinking to myself, no, not now, that sound gonna make everybody skin out. And I would just bow to ease in. Now I'm brushing up against all kinds of sweaty men. About 10 of them matched my shoes and now my face bend. So I went to the bar to call out and feel less helpless. The bass line hit, and she felt it. She trying to keep she composure, but she just can't help it. Her body get a little bounce turned to a chip turned to a full-on boom flick with a 630 and a split with her friends recording it. I look cross at the man next to me, he mouth start watering. I look around the room, and every man in the room eyes targeting her.
The revolution is about disturbance, and it's calling to arms, fists, and voices in multiple community protests. The revolution is coming, running fast, and it's not out of breath. It's taking out a hand for the van and stopping the drivers from becoming too reckless. It is saying that child abuse and mental health need to be examined. It is in our entrepreneurs and the people busting tail to be independent. The revolution is on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Whether you believe it or you choose not to, we're all connected to the revolution.
Sons lost in the slaughter, blood running through the streets like water, hot gun in hand, knows no friend. Oh, woman is selling death in my land, getting rich off the souls of we children. Can you tell me when will it end? Oh, how many more child must carry this load? Oh, how many more child?
Every time that I need your love, it's right on time. Yeah, I need your love, it's always mine. Yeah, I need your love like all the time. Every time, every time that I need your love is right. Yeah, that I need your love, it's always mine. Yeah, I need your love like.
Do you think we don't know? Do you think we don't see?
Feel we can't see.
Do you think we don't realize your lies are never real? Do you think we don't know? Do you think we don't see? Do you think we don't realize your lies are never real?
Alright, so I get out. I passed some school children to speak, yeah, but the manners was muffled in a mask. Textbooks open to Instagram. The screens hype as they swipe. They can hear the curse words carrying on as they type. Voice notes teaching this lesson. This is the class that in session. Single parents too busy to pay attention, hustling to create that house they see on TV, while the tablet baby sitting their home. Impressionable minds get overdosed. No consequence for doing nonsense, the crap is constant. When they go to a site and see burn hair, a stab scream, or a sex scene, it's met with LOL. Well, maybe that's why I could feel the little girl eyes running up and down my back. And although my instinct is to attack, let me back and see how best to intervene.
You gave me purpose and you made me you. Where I can be part of you. Said Jesus, hey, your love's amazing. Hey, oh yes, let me hear you say, oh, so amazing. Yeah, oh, so amazing. Yeah. You sent your Holy Spirit after me. What a repent you had to set me free. Said Jesus, your love's amazing.
You don't believe me? Well, that's fine. This love, it takes time. I really mean every line, but you just don't believe me.
and I've been longing for your love. I wrote you this song just because I gotta make it right, but you just don't believe me. Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Before I begin, let me squeeze this one in. Safe sex is sexy. Let me say it nicely. Safe sex is sexy. Tonight, I decided to go and take some suggestions and field a couple questions. I don't know if y'all can help me, but y'all could tell me. Is there power in my words? You don't know yet. But you're going to tell me later. You're going to tell me just now. Is there power in my verbs? Do my vocal cords touch nerves? Can I bend my tongue like Beckham in posh ways that spark waves? No? Let me see if I could try. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I hear beat breaks and broken hearts. Loud arguments with fragile starts. Whimpers, moans, and cries of passion. In a heartbeat, I get lost. Walking down hallways, hoping that I'll look your way and you'll look my way. But then it all goes sideways. And the forgetful, fragile nature of our pathways makes us part ways again. In a heartbeat, I hear your voice. Soft, sullen, pitched, and heavenly from beginning to lust the end. And I lust the end. Not of us, but sometimes you make me want to 4 feet, simple Converse and Nike swoosh so we can just do it.
Now if this is the kind of love that my mama used to warn me about, I think I'm in some trouble. I'm in some real big trouble. Uh-oh. And this is just the kind of love that the old folks used to talk about. Then I think I'm in some trouble. I'm in some real big trouble. So someone please call 911.
Where you are unforgettable, I need to get you along. Why not? I look a good time, never hurt nobody. Well, you like to drink, man, I'm oh so sorry. I gotta give it to you like we in no marriage. I'm gonna give it to you like we in a hurry. No, don't tell nobody. You're on your level too. We like to do a lover suit.
Hush, take me low. Check it right. There are lots of signs in life, some that you may not like. You could be living this minute, next minute you're gone away. Hold up my head, my brothers. Be conscious, my sisters. And by your work you shall surely be paid. Hey, hey. And if you ever diss the man with the anger, the one who stops the timer, one says high and he looks down low, 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 low.
'Cause every little thing that I've been searching for, girl, I see it in you. You're my dream come true. Every single day, in every little way, every single night I pray that you'll be there for me, 'cause I'll be there for you, yeah, yeah.
When I need love, I hold
money. We having fun while we young, let me enjoy it, let me enjoy it. I drink it along it, and I'm winding up like a. I'm having fun while we young, God, this is how I enjoy it. Oh, woo! Me life. This is how I enjoy my life. Yeah, yeah, this is how I enjoy. The atmosphere is crazy, the atmosphere is hype. So don't I can't see clearly, but nothing can spoil me night. Don't try to stop me, I'm going there. Don't tell me to take it easy. This is how I enjoy my life. But we celebrate it, we celebrate it, we celebrate it. This is how we celebrate it, we celebrate it, we celebrate it. This is how. I wanna see you put your hands up. I wanna see you. Roll that party. I never see you. Show me now. Hands on it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Hands on your head and roll it. Hands on your waist and roll it. Hands on. This is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. That's right. For all who got the stamina. Down to the ground, come! Go down! Go down! Go down! Go down! Go down! Take my Valentine song for Julie. Go down! Go down! 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 Go down! 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 I wanna see you put your hands up! I wanna see you! Everybody! Hands on the head and hands on the head and hands on the knees and go down! Hands on your head and hands on your waist and hands on the knees and I wanna see you put your hands up and roll that body. And let me see your hands up. Everybody hands up. Let me see. Hands on your head and hands on your waist and hands on the knees and hands on your head and